Alright fellas, what's going on? Denonu here, the man with the biggest and the most blackest privilege on YouTube. And in this video here, we're going to be talking about the Resident Evil 7 trailer that dropped. And, first things first, it looks great. It looks great. I am truly glad they're going back to the survival horror aspect and not the biological weapon type third-person shooter thing that they had with like the past couple games. Because I'm a huge fan of Resident Evil. I've played the earlier games, played all the newer games. I haven't really played the side spin-off games, so I'm not like an uber hardcore fan. But I've played all of the regular games, and I was somebody who was like, I'm not a fan of the whole third-person biological weapon thing that they had going on with the past few games, because I was somebody who felt that they should have made that its own spin-off game. If you want to do that, fine. But Resident Evil should be about the scares. To me, they fell off. Like after, I want to say Resident Evil 4 was alright. Part 5 was okay. You know, I will say that. Part 5 was okay. But like Part 6, way too much action. You know, it definitely got away from what it was back in the day. And to gladly see them going back to it, and let alone that, taking it in first person. You know what I'm saying? I know I think they tried that before with one of the spin-off games, but I'm guessing they realized that a lot of their fans wasn't feeling the newer stuff, and they wanted to change stuff. And maybe they saw the PT trailer came out, and they saw how people got hyped over that, and they was like, look, we could do that but better. You know what I'm saying? And this looks like this is like they're trying to make PT but with their own spin on it, and that's not a bad thing, because we all know Konami, you know, just said fuck you to Kojima, so we're not getting PT. You know, we may be getting it with Kojima's new game, but I'll talk about it in my next commentary. But this game looks good. I mean, they didn't show a whole lot. If it was gameplay, I'm assuming it was. They just showed a lot of dank hallways. Looks like the game may be taking place in a country town, or maybe in like it wasn't an urban area like most Resident Evils take place in, because it looks like a farmhouse, you know, or like a farm, or like a country farm type deal that they're in, and you can do a lot of creepy stuff with that. I'm somebody who I've never grown up on a farm, but I've been to a few farms, and I have a couple friends who are, you know, from farms and everything like that, and things could get creepy in the country. So it puts a whole new spin on what they can do. The problem with that is they have to come correct, because I think Resident Evil as a franchise is dying. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how much money they've been making, but public opinion is not in their favor with those games when you compare it to, let's say, how they used to be comparing them to now. So this can only be a plus for them. If they could make a well-grounded experience, make it first person, bring that creepy Silent Hills PT type vibe to it, that's what they really need to make. They just need to say fuck Resident Evil, fuck Umbrella, we need to make Silent Hill and make it first person. That's what Resident Evil needs to get to. You know what I'm saying? Because Silent Hill was a franchise that always kept that creepy, scary vibe to it. Besides the last few Silent Hill games before Konami kept fucking that up. But that's how Resident Evil used to be. If they could somehow create a whole new universe and not tie themselves down with Umbrella and the T-Virus and all of that extra mutated virus bullshit, you know, and just take it back to like, look, you play a guy stuck in this situation, have some creepy shit happen, throw a couple references in there to be like, oh, you know, the guy who owns this farm worked for Umbrella, and then like that's it, leave it alone. If they could somehow create a game like that and make scary experiences that are well written, I'm not talking about jump scares and none of that bullshit, but create a really great well written experience, I think they can connect with a lot of people, because scary horror games is something that's in decline right now. Yeah, you have a bunch of people trying to do it with VR. Yeah, they keep coming out, but so far the only really good ones are like those indie games that you hear about, like Amnesia and a few games that are like that. So if they can somehow capture the magic of what those games bring to the table, but make it like creepy, disgusting, and scare your pants off, then this game is gonna sell. Because everybody who at least wanted PT, and since Konami didn't give it to us, now they don't have nowhere to turn for that fix. So if Capcom could take that in and do their thing with it, then they can truly just seize the day, as it were, and seize a hold of that audience and remake Resident Evil into something that's bigger and better than what it was in the past few games. So anyway, guys, that's just my opinion on it. My name has been Denonu, the man with the biggest and the most blackest privilege on YouTube, and I'll see you guys in the next commentary video. Peace out.